Yeah. But I'm gonna need you to sing along. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything. Get yourself warmed up. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy, joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Do you agree? Yes, yes, yes. Now, here's a song we haven't done in a year, okay? So it's one of those, it's seasonal. I am the reason, I am the season. Yes, I am a light in this world. I am a light in this world. I am a light in this world. I am the reason, I am the season. Yes, I am a light in this world. Yes, I am a light in this world. Yes, I am a light in this world. You are the reason, you are the season. You are a light in this world. You are a light in this world. Yes, you are a light in this world. We are the reason, we are the season. Yes, we are a light in this world. 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 Beautiful. Give yourself a round of applause and welcome to the platform, Reverend Jean.
Beautiful, Penelope. Absolutely beautiful. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome to the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. I am Reverend Jean Bell. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the Associate Minister here at the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. I am so glad that you are with us this afternoon. If you're viewing on Facebook or YouTube Live, please like and share this broadcast so we can continue to spread the good news of new thought and science of mind out into the world. If you're visiting for the first time, if you're new, and if you're viewing for the first time, please put in the chat where you're viewing from so we can send you a greeting today. And thank you for being here. Yes, it is December. I'm surprised. I'm not shopping. I don't know about you. I am going to read through the affirmation, and then I am going to invite you to say it with me in one accord. I recognize that my life is sacred, and my consciousness grows as I become aware of the divine I am within. The sacred season is always in this now moment, and I am inspired to love, respect, and honor all of creation. Through acts of compassion, sacred service, and steadfast commitment to our science of mind principles, I freely and joyfully allow my inner light of love to shine out into the world. All right, we're going to say this together in one voice. Yes? All right, let's begin. I recognize that my life is sacred and my consciousness grows as I become aware of the divine I am within. The sacred season is always in this now moment, and I am inspired to love, respect, and honor of all creation. Through acts of compassion, sacred service, and steadfast commitment to our science of mind principles, I freely and joyfully allow my inner light of love to shine out into the world, and so it is. And so we are. I have a few announcements to go over, and one of them is, here we go. Well, first of all, it's Potluck Sunday, and we have a feast waiting for us down in the fellowship hall. I put a smoked turkey in the oven. Hopefully somebody's going to take it out of the oven, or it's going to be really smoked. So thank you for everybody that has brought something today. We've got all kinds of good things to look at. Next Sunday, we have Reverend Dr. David Alt. Yes? Reverend Dr. David Alt used to be the senior minister here before Reverend Dr. David Alexander. A lot of Davids involved, and you are not going to want to miss this Sunday, because not only do we have Reverend Dr. David Alt, we also will be having special music with Koku Bui. Yes, yes. So, and Koku's going to sing for us today. That was a surprise. They surprised me with that one today. And then on December the 21st, we have Practitioner Sunday. All the practitioners have gotten together, and they're going to put on a wonderful service for us. They're going to do the music. They're going to do the welcome. They're going to do the grateful giving. They're going to do the whole thing, and they're going to bless us with their presence and their love. And then on the 28th of December, we have the Burning Bowl White Stone ceremony. We get a chance to burn up stuff we want to release, and then put on that white stone intentions for our new year. Yes? That's what we're going to do. And we're going to do it together in one voice. All right. Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Reverend Jean. So as we prepare for prayer, we're going to do that with a little bit of music to keep our hearts opening and opening as the service continues. Open your mind, unfold your heart, relax your senses, feel every part. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down, go deeper still, until you come unwound, unbound. Breathe every breath, release your cringe. ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound.
Here's what I know. There's one power in the universe. There's a power greater than I am, greater than we are, and we can use it. I call that power God, universal presence, everywhere present, absent nowhere, infinite good. God is good. I know that that power is the very life that I am, the very presence that I am. It is me. It's within me, yet it's all around me. I'm surrounded by it. I'm engulfed in it, and it's good. It sustains me. It keeps me. It guides me. It directs me. It loves me. And again, it's so good. This power is big. It's expansive. Yet, it cares about the minutest detail of my life. So I know it's good, and I know that all is well. I know that all is well. And as I know that, I know it for the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. I know it for this service. I know this service today is blessed. I bless Reverend Jean as she brings forth the message today. I know that a word will be spoken. I know that a smile will be given today, a hug. I know that as we share food together in fellowship, I know that each of us will walk out of this place better than when we came in. Because that's what love is. That's what love does. That's who God is. We are the Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. We are a divine idea in the mind of God. So again, I bless this service. I bless the music that Penelope and the special guests share with us today. I bless all the volunteers. I bless those that are working in the kitchen. I bless the food that we're going to receive. I call it all good. And I'm so grateful for these teachings today. I'm so grateful for how it's changed my life. I'm so grateful for how it changes the lives of all of us. I'm so grateful for this family, for you're my family. I'm so grateful for us all. And I know that we are all one. And again, we will leave this place better than we came in. So I release this word into the law, into divine mind in action, as it does its perfect work. I know that it's done. I know that it's done. I know that it's done. And if you're in agreement with me, join me in saying, and so it is.
You can stop waiting for love to find you. Look inside your heart. Love's already who you are. So lift up your voice. Let it be heard. Tell me your stories, tell it to me. Don't leave out a word. 'Cause I think I've been there too, and I'm a seeker just like you. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound.
lighting the flames of faith. A call to service. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence which we call Spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We recognize the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We recognize the candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of the primal spirituality. We recognize the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We recognize the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We recognize the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We recognize the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We recognize the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We recognize the candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We recognize the candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. As we recognize the healing candle, please put silently in the light the name of anyone you wish to experience the healing flame of God's eternal love.
What an exquisite piece.
Hey y'all, how you doing? You looking good.
Hey, Mama.
We gonna sing something, Penelope?
We are, baby.
Woohoo!
But not by ourselves. We have to invite the community to join us. Ready?
Yes, yes. Everybody.
Everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I believe. Y'all gotta clap a little bit. Do you believe?
I believe
In the power, and I'll never ever doubt. Every minute, every hour, I believe in myself, 'cause I know I get my help from the power deep inside. I believe No need asking where I've been, just ask me where I'm going. I won't be ashamed to tell you I live my life flowing. All the roads ahead of me are filled with peace and love. Every step so heavenly, I fall and bounce right up. All miracles and dreams realized through me, through faith. Nothing is impossible if you believe, and I believe in the power, and I'll never ever doubt. Every minute, every hour, I believe, and I believe in myself, 'cause I know I get my help from the power deep inside. I believe. Looking in the mirror, I can see my eyes are glowing. Living testimony that the Spirit's in control. Oh, I'm feeling so good, I can raise my hand and rejoice. Give a little praise and worship every time I lift my voice. All miracles and dreams are realized through me, through faith. Nothing is impossible if you believe. And I believe in the power, and I'll never ever doubt. Every minute and every hour, I believe. And I believe in myself, 'cause I know I get my help from the power deep inside. I believe in the power, and I'll never ever doubt. Every minute and every hour, I believe. And I believe in myself, 'cause I know I get my help from the power deep inside. I believe, oh, I believe. Yes, I believe. Oh, do you believe? Oh, I believe. I believe in myself, 'cause I know I get my help from the power deep inside. I believe, I believe.
Coca-Booey! Coco! Thank you, Coco.
Thank you, Koku, Penelope. That was, give them another hand. Give them another hand, please. And I want to say a special thank you to practitioner in training. Not only is she the board president, but practitioner in training, Monique Garlington, for that wonderful spiritual mind treatment. So normally we don't have our practitioner in trainings do that, maybe in the second year. This is her first year, and she did an outstanding job. An absolutely outstanding job. And like I said earlier, I cannot believe it's December. I don't know where the year went, but it definitely went. And our theme for the month is Sacred Season. And when I look back in my mind's eye, there has been a lot going on the world stage. I don't know about you, but there have been some really interesting things going on, and I don't have to tell you. Even if you say you don't watch the news, you catch glimpses of it. And it just makes you clutch the pearls. And sometimes it's hard. It's hard to find the sacredness in this season because of all that has occurred before. And so a lot of garbage has been spewed out into the collective consciousness. But I am so grateful. Because it's of this philosophy right here, and these spiritual principles that we practice every day, that I practice every day. It's because of the love and support of all of you and of this community that I can still feel the sacredness in this season, that I could feel the sacredness of my own being. Every day we have the opportunity to live from our deepest values and conviction in the midst of the stormiest of life, the stormiest of seasons. And I am so committed in reminding us of how to lay down strong, sacred roots in times like these. And what I want to talk to you about today is about that sacredness that's not just in the season, but also in ourselves, no matter what the appearance is out there in the world. But first, let us examine why this month is considered a part of a sacred season. Now, December is considered one of the most spiritually significant months in the calendar year for many cultures and religions around the globe. And it's also the final chapter of the year, and it's marked by sacred reflection, celebration, a sense of renewal. And for billions, and I do mean billions of people, December is one of the major religious observant months. For many Christians, they have the Advent season and Christmas time. For some, it's the winter solstice. It's the shortest day and the longest night of the year. And in many ancient cultures, they celebrated the return of the light right after solstice. And they celebrated that with feasts and celebrations, with dance, lighting of candles and fire. It's like a renewal. And all of it was surrounded by their community. Because think about ancient times. Think about what they had to go to. They didn't have electricity. They didn't have refrigeration. They needed one another in order to be able to survive. And the darkest times, the coldest times, were some of the hardest times for them. And they all pulled together. In Judaism, we have Hanukkah, the festival of lights. And it's a celebration of the rededication of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. And also, it's the miracle of the oil. Some of you might remember that story. If you don't, come see me. I'll tell you all about it. And in some Buddhist traditions, they observe Bodhi Day, which marks the day of enlightenment for Siddhartha Gautama, which we know as the Buddha. And for African Americans, they celebrate Kwanzaa, and it's celebrated from December 26th all the way through January 1st. And it focuses on actually 7 principles of unity, self-determination, and collective work. And then we have New Year's Eve celebrations, and some of you might say, that's not sacred. People be partying and getting tipsy off of champagne. How is that sacred, Reverend Jean? But it's sacred. New Year's Eve is sacred because it's the ending of the year. It's putting something behind us, and we're moving into new beginnings. It's a time for some for resolutions. It's hope for better things to come on the horizon, and gratitude just for making it through another year. And most importantly, December's sacredness is a time of personal reflection and renewal, where we get to look back on the past year. We get to look at our own personal lives and reflect upon what worked, what didn't work, what we can improve on, and what we can leave behind, and sometimes who we can leave behind. We get to cherish the lessons learned and set intentions for the coming year. And as we enter this sacred season with its many rituals and celebrations, I want you to remember that it is you that makes this season sacred. You see, we created these sacred seasons. We put meaning into them. We put meaning into these events to remind ourselves of a sense of omnipresent sacredness that we have within us. It is our own sense of sacredness, our own divinity, our love that fills these rituals and celebrations with the reverence of our divine light. And our sacredness need not be confined to just one season or period of time. But that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. We confine our sacredness to just a few days of the year. And as beautiful and reverent as some of these traditions are, and how they remind us of our own sacredness and divinity, and how they remind us of this power that is the life force of our very being in our hustle and bustle and making the outward manifestation of these traditions come alive. That is where we often forget why we created and revered the traditions in the first place. How many have done that? I know I have. I have forgotten why I am celebrating these traditions. Whether it be Christmas, whether it be Kwanzaa, whether it be New Year's Eve, I'm too busy trying to deck the halls. And you know what happens? We forgot why we created them. And we forgot why they were sacred to us. And we rush around making sure the candles are just right, the ornaments are color coordinated with the tinsel, right? And, oh, that offering looks so fake. We need to get something that really looks, get another corn of plenty. No, that's wrong. By the time the season is over, we don't feel sacred. We feel exhausted. And, you know, I've often heard Christians say, put Jesus back into Christmas. And I would say it a bit different, but I totally get where they're coming from. I do. As a metaphysician, I'd say allow the Christ consciousness to flow out with love. Okay, I know it's not catchy as put Jesus back in Christmas, but you get the point. And just so we're clear, the word Christ is not Jesus' last name. Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science, Mind, and Spirit philosophy, he tells us that the word Christ is a universal idea, the spiritual principle in every person, the presence of God in each of us, as us. You know, so this month, we have the opportunity to take the sacredness of the season and of our own divinity to make a deeper connection with the indwelling source of all of our good and with each other. We have the opportunity to move into a space of true reflection in whatever celebration we choose to participate in and bring forth the sacredness from within our own being. And by doing so, we get to pour forth our love and joy and compassion and our sense of sacred service. So let's not just light candles this season, but let the divine luminosity of the presence of God within us shine forth upon all the darkness that has befallen the world of effect. Can we do that? And I'm not referring to just the physical darkness, but let's be lit with Spirit's power and presence, and let our light shine so bright before humanity that they will be awakened to their own sense of sacredness in order to lift one another out of the murk of this seeming separation, because it is a seeming separation, because it's only through a sense of separation from the source of Spirit's eternal love that any of the confusion, pain, and suffering could exist at all. Think about that. We feel separate and we feel alone in this very, very big universe. Unbeknownst to us that the Spirit has been given to us, it's within our very midst. Holmes said, as we recognize our oneness with the infinite intelligence, we are set free from uncertainty and pain. That's not it. That's it. Our recognition of the divine I am within us is more important than ever. It's more important than ever. The world can only be awakened from its dream of isolation and separation when the light of spiritual truth shines forth and it jars people awake. I don't know how woke got a bad rap. We all need to wake up. We all need to be woke, spiritually woke. Ain't nothing wrong with that word. You, me, adherents of this philosophy are that light are the awakeness that the world needs. You are. We are. We are the ones anchored in our spiritual principles. We are the ones set ablaze in Spirit's love and power. When we recognize the universal presence meaning the divine intelligence, divine source, the divine substance that is back of, in, and through all of creation, when we recognize it as the essence of our own divinity, because that's what we have to do. We have to recognize our own divinity. Then the universal power responds according to our recognition of it. It can do nothing for us except what it can do through us. This we must never overlook, for this is really the secret of our power to bring a greater good into our individual experience, as well as into the experience of others, as well as into the experience of the world. How are we going to make a world that works for everyone if we don't feel this divine intelligence, this divine power, this divine sacredness that we are? We're not going to be able to do that. During this season, let us take the opportunity to move into a consciousness of sacred renewal. Renewal of what we say we believe in, these spiritual principles and our values. I remember a talk given by Reverend David Alt many, many years ago, maybe a decade ago, but I remember it because of the way he said it and the way it made me feel. And I did tell you that he will be our guest next week, so make sure you come back, because that is my dude. I really dig him. I love him very much, so you got to come back. And Coco will be back as well, and she's going to be singing one of my favorite Emily Sandé songs. I'm not going to tell you what it is, so you're going to have to come back. But anyway, back to what Reverend David Alt said. He said, if you were brought before a judge and accused of being a follower of the science of mind philosophy and principles, would there be enough evidence to convict you? Who remembers that? Quite a few people remember that talk. That was an awesome talk. Would you be the poster child of what you say you believe in? I remember my egoic self clutching the pearls going, looking around going, they're not going to make it. They're going to get away free. Oh, I'll be stuck in the library in Troward and Emerson and Holmes reading with that one over there. That's cool. Right? But that was my ego going around, they ain't making it. They're not going to get arrested. They won't be convicted. Would your life be a reflection of what you say you believe in? Think about that. Would your life be a reflection of what you say you believe? Would there be evidence in your actions, in your words, in the way you treat people of all stages of life, of all socio and economic backgrounds? Everybody, every race, every culture, all religions. Could you say salam alaikum to somebody? Could you say shalom to somebody and truly mean it? Right? I don't know what the rest of them say, but namaste. Yeah, that's the one. Is namaste. Can you say that and mean it? Right? Can you respect the way that they show up and the way they worship the greater understanding of their God? Right? Are you accountable to the principles you attest to? And are you beholden to those principles and in word and in deed? Are you? When I heard those words, would there be enough evidence to convict you as a manifestation of the divine I am principle? I had to think about that. And I know my alter ego, Chauncey. No, Chauncey would not be convicted. Chauncey, we would have been scot-free. Because Chauncey could be petty. You don't want to know Chauncey. You just don't want to know Chauncey. My inner ego clutched the pearl and said, girl, I don't know. I just don't know. But I will tell you this. I thought long and hard about that. And Chauncey and I had a deep talk. thought long and hard about that because those words were so true. This is a sacred time for deep reflection and to review how we have shown up and whether there's enough evidence to show that to say that we are committed to what we say we are committed to. And if in any area of our lives we have been found wanting, there's no time for incrimination. We don't do that here. It's a great time. It's a great time to renew our spiritual principles, to renew the principles of oneness, of creative process, of love, the attributes of the divine, of joy, of power. All of those things. It's a great time as we prepare for new beginnings and renewal. Some might say, I'm not sure what our spiritual principles are. Next month, we all do this. Well, we, being the CSL centers across the nations, we go back and visit the the beginning 4 sections in the Science of Mind text, just as a refresher. So you're gonna learn about some of those principles next month. And I'm gonna talk about the thing itself. And I'm gonna talk about what it does, the way it works, and how to use it. Right? We're going to get reacquainted with our Science of Mind principles, not just reacquainted with them, but how we can use them in our lives. And in addition to that, I'm going to offer a free course, a manifestation course, so that we can start manifesting things not just for us, but for our community and for the rest of the world. Yes? I want to see everybody in class then. And that goes for everybody online too, because they'll be online and in person, so get ready. So moving forward, we have the opportunity to establish deep spiritual roots for ourselves, for our community, for everyone we come in contact with. They should be saying, ooh, they shine. I want to go stand next to them, right? What you got going on? What you doing? What church you go to? What do you believe in? That's what we should be doing. People should be looking at you going, wow, they got it going on. So no matter how much or how little we know about this philosophy and its principles, let's begin right where we are. Right where we are. Ernest Holmes said, what did he say? Oh, this way. What did he say? He didn't say anything. Okay. He said the way to work is to begin right where we are and through consistent applying ourselves to the truth, to our principles, right? That's how we gradually increase wisdom and understanding. That's how we do it. We have an opportunity, no matter what's going on in the world, to rise up like a phoenix with wings set ablaze with Spirit's love and power and divine right action to make a sacred difference in the world. We have that opportunity during this season and all seasons to come. For we know that Spirit is sacred, and so are you. And so it is. So it is. So it is. So we're going to go into our time for grateful giving. And if you are a pledger like myself, I want you to take your card or your offering, right? If you don't have it, just put your hand on your heart. All right? It is because of our gifts that I stand here, that we are able to do all the classes, that we are able to meet together in community, that we are able to broadcast online on Facebook and YouTube, that we are able to be together as a family, a spiritual family. So I thank you. I thank you. Take those gifts, bless them with your love, with your heart. I want you online to do the same thing. I want you to reach out your hand towards us. Bless this community, because you too are a part of this community. And so I want you to join me now in our grateful giving affirmation. And I want us to say it in one voice with all the love and conviction that we can muster up. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Hey, yeah. Yes, SLCA, yes.
At this time, I'd like to bring forward Joy Goodman. She's one of our artists. Joy, will you come forward? We have a microphone over here on the piano. I just wanted to say hello to Joy and to welcome her to our community. She has brought numerous pieces of artwork here that are holiday in nature, and I wanted her to describe just briefly, you know, because you're good. She's just a vibrant personality. I just love her so much. Welcome. Thank you so much, Jean, for that vibrant message. Talk about vibrant. Wow. Huh? Are we lifted up? I'm lifted up. Joy, it's good to have you back.
Thank you.
Yeah. So just describe to our community, just briefly, just what's out there in the hallways that they can walk by.
What's out there in the hallway?
Yeah, all of your
is
beautiful
the
art.
truth of our being. All the art is created with knowing that God is in me and God is in everyone and everything. And over these last years, I have deepened into that knowing. And the cards that have the sayings, those were all about my life, how I was growing, what I thought I was that I wasn't. So the beauty of color, the beauty of feeling the heart, the beauty of expanding into the world, to know that everyone is our brother and sister, no matter what. And so that is what my art is about, and I proudly, and thank you, Jean, for inviting me to be here. And
It's
thank
so good.
you,
Oh,
Penelope.
it's so good to see you, yeah. It's Old Home Week, isn't it? So Joy Goodman is an amazing artist, and so you'll see when you go out just outside. So rise as you feel comfortable to do so, and let's close with our closing song. Thank you, Joy. Thanks, everybody. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everybody. I also want to give a special thanks to our practitioners who are available at this time for prayer. If you need prayer, please stay in the room and they'll be right there with you to provide prayer and strength for you at this time of need. All of our practitioners are in the room and available for you. Thanks, everybody.